TV.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Out of the Fog. I'm your host, Laurabel. Do not adjust your television screens. I am bringing you another wonderful Black History Month episode. On today's episode, I get the chance to chat with Esther Success Way, who is the founder of Palms Beauty and also a master in AI candidate. And I also get the chance to chat with Lisah Nsanzugwanko, who is the founder of the Twiga Collective. I can't wait for you all to see what's going on in this episode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy three beautiful Black women talking to you about what's going on in St. John's. Welcome back, everyone. I'm now joined by Esther Success Way, who is the owner of Palms Beauty store here in St. John's and also a master in AI candidate at Memorial University. Esther, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Laurabel.
I'm so excited to have you here because, one, you're partly responsible for my hair looking this good.
You should come in.
I do. So for our guests who haven't gotten to know you, where did this journey and love for hair care start for you?
I'd say it started way back when I was a toddler, not really a toddler, but when I was really young. I used to go to the salon with my mom, and it was like an every Sunday practice, and you go in. I didn't really get my hair done a lot, but for my mom, she would always get her hair done, and I always sit with her and listen to them talk about hair, talk about what they're doing, and then like accomplishments, and just catch up for the week, and I always looked forward to it, yeah.
So for you, it was that whole environment of the beauty salon.
Yes.
Okay. So it's February, Black History Month, one of my favorite months of the year.
Oh.
And as a woman in business and a Black woman myself, I look at you who started the first Black-owned hair salon storefront where people could go into a store in a public place and get their hair done. How has it been for you creating that environment that you loved as a child?
Well, it's been amazing because like sometimes people just meet up in the salon and they're like, hi, I like your hair. And then from there they strike up like conversations, and these conversations surpasses just the salon because now they meet up outside, they have brunches, they catch up, they figure out what one person needs and like how they're able to fit into each other's lives. So I like that the salon is a safe space for like Black people to feel comfortable and just like get their hair done. Not just Black people, like everyone that has hair needs, and so long as it's available like in our store as our services, it's really good. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like my own safe space.
I love the way that you say it feels like your own safe space because you've created a truly fantastic space. Yep. As someone who's had the opportunity to be in your space and the conversations that happen in there, you come in, you can go, like, one, getting your hair done is a lovely experience anyway, but to go in there and have such rich conversation about everything from like food, culture, relationships, all of that happens in there, and there's no judgment, there's none of that. You've created this wonderful environment. Like, is that something you sit back and you're really proud of at the end of the day?
Yes, because I really like it there, and like I look forward, like sometimes I just book appointments for myself and I go in there like a normal client and just get myself taken care of, like having my hair washed, not having to like struggle with my hair or like, I don't know, it feels good to be taken care of sometimes too, so.
Absolutely. It feels great to be taken care of. And so you do all this and you've created this wonderful, thriving business. How long have you been in business for?
In St. John's, I started in January of 2023.
Okay.
So it's been about 2 years-ish.
Oh my God, that's 2 years of a storefront. That is, one, congratulations, because that is not an easy thing to do in our current economy. So I hope you're really proud of yourself.
Thank you.
But that's not all you do. You are a student working on your master's in AI, artificial intelligence. Esther, how?
Okay, so I graduate in about 2-3 months now, so I'm finishing up. But the how is, it's hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard because I go between school and work. I have to go to, like, this semester, I have to go to classes every day. I have group works, I have assignments, I have meetings, I have all that packed in one.
Wow.
And I still have to show up to work and smile and be there for people and get their hair done. I still have to manage my staffs that come in. So it's not very easy, to be honest, but it's worth the strive. It's worth it, because I like doing school. So it's like I'm having like two parts, and I just like showing up in the two places. Yes.
So I know nothing about tech in that respect. So what is it about the science of AI that drew you to it?
I'd say it's the idea of having machines or systems that replicates the human mind, that replicates like activities. So you're able to program a system from scratch, and it's able to like think like you, it's able to help you out. So basically, humans have downsides. We have to sleep, we take sick days off, but AI doesn't. So long as the system is working and it's good in place, yes, it does have its own downsides, but it's just like, it's good to have a system that's able to replicate the human mind or activities relating to humans. Yeah.
See, I think it's really cool that you, as a Black woman, are working in that space, because when people typically think tech and AI, you imagine a certain kind of person.
Yep.
And we always talk about sometimes the struggle of technology not being made for Black people, so it gives an unfair advantage to how we're treated in the situation. So like things sometimes are harder because of machine programming and all of that.
Yep.
So as a Black woman getting to have, I guess, her hand in this upcoming tech system and creating a space where there's Black representation.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I really feel good about it, because I did a course last 2 semesters where it was about language and like programming systems that can take down information. And one of the downsides to it is the fact that AI was accent sensitive. So if you did speak with your natural accent, like a very strong Calabar accent, for example, the system wouldn't understand. So like now with the advent of like, with the exposure that AI is getting, and like the fact that I'm here, I'm able to train with this, now I know that I can program a system that understands my accent, understands a different person's accent, and people are able to get access to help, medical care, because like there are some systems that, for example, let's just use the typical banking system. When you call in, you have to say some words, but typically, because of your accent and the way you pronounce words, sometimes the system cannot understand. So me being a Black person, because I'm the only Black girl in my class.
Okay.
I have been for like the whole 2 years, and me being a Black girl, it's like, okay, the system is opening up to people of different races and women, and which is a very good thing, yeah.
So you get to be on the forefront of this thing that's making history, and I know you always like smile and shy away from it when I tell you you are part of what makes Black history. And when we think about it, usually we're thought of Black history as this thing from the past. And I always like to inform people, like, history is made every day. And we, as people who are in Newfoundland and Labrador, get to add to the Black history of this province. So you as a woman, a Black woman, a business owner, a student, and all these different aspects, when someone asks you, how does it feel to be part of the Black history of Newfoundland and Labrador and be part of the story of this province, what does it mean to you?
So the Black History Month to me is a time, or it's a month of the year where the focus is drawn into like the Black community. We're able to be seen for the amazing people we are. Like cultures are being celebrated. It zeroes into the smaller things, the things that we look by every day. So it's an amazing experience. It might not mean as much to every other person, but to me it feels like, oh, I'm seen. Oh, I'm here, and it's good. And over the past 3-4 months, I have seen that like a couple of other businesses that are not Black owned have opened up their businesses to Black people, or like people of our race, just because, for example, I saw Walmart carrying like hair products for us. And that's a very amazing like change and like inclusion, just because when I first got here, we couldn't find it, but now it's everywhere, it's accessible, and it has made the price to reduce, which is good for people like me. But like generally, this is the month where we are seen and celebrated, which is good.
Okay. So before I let you go, I got about 2 minutes of your time before you have to go back to being a full-time student, a business owner, and just a general human being trying to survive the day-to-day. For the young Black people who are watching the show being like, I want to be like her. I want to be able to find my place in a field that doesn't really welcome me. I want to be a business owner who feels comfortable creating spaces where other people can show up as themselves. What would you say to inspire them?
I would say you should start wherever you are. Start small, start scattered, start confused, but just start something. One of the sayings that I live by is that if you start something and you have everything you need, that means you started too late. So whatever you're thinking about it, write it down, start it. It doesn't matter how you show up. Every other thing takes shape afterwards, but like, just start.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the rest of Newfoundland and Labrador who is watching the diverse community grow, who might not be sure what the essence of Black History Month is or why it's so important, what do you want to let them know?
Well, I think like diversity brings growth. So I would encourage every other person that is unsure or is like, just don't be afraid of change. Like, you should embrace it because it's going to come either way. So you might as well just get in front of it and just embrace it. People are cool. Yes, people are cool. Everyone is cool. So if you do like open up your mind to change, it can be a good thing. Yeah. Okay.
And as we finish off this year, well, this month, what's the one thing you're looking forward to seeing that happened for you this month?
I'm looking forward to like some sort of expansion.
Okay.
I'm actually looking forward to finishing school. But on the business front of things, I'm looking forward to expanding my business just because I like Newfoundland. I like being in St. John's. It's really cute. So I'm looking forward to expanding here in Newfoundland, yeah.
Oh, Esther, I want to thank you so much for being so open when I call you randomly and say, hey, I want to feature you. I want you to tell your story. And I can't wait to see the great things that come from Palms Beauty.
Thank
and I guess book an appointment because your girl needs a touch up.
Yep, you should show up.
Okay. And we'll be right back, everyone.
Your opinion matters, and we want to hear from you. Get in touch with us using our viewer feedback line, your direct connection to shaping the shows you love. It's easy. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and take our quick survey. Share your thoughts, and let's make your viewing experience even better.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm now joined by Lisah Nsanzugwanko, who is the founder of the Twiga Collective, which is a theater company here in St. John's. Lisah, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So it's been a while since you and I got to catch up, and clearly you've been busy since then.
Oh, yeah, I have.
So the Twiga Collective, where did this idea originate for you?
I mean, originally I came to Newfoundland to study communications.
Yeah.
Whilst I was studying communications, I was on a call with my advisor and I was like, I don't want to do all this theory stuff. Like, where are the people that are acting? Like, I want to be in front of the camera and behind the camera. Like, show me all the production stuff. And she was like, well, there is a diploma that you could do that's in like the campus here in St. John's. So I took the diploma. It's a diploma in stage and screen tech.
Okay.
And it was interesting. It was interesting, and it just made me feel like there were so many moments where I was the only Black person in the room. There were so many moments where I would jump onto projects where I would be the only Black person in the project, and that just made me kind of start to wonder if there were other people that would like to do the same thing. So last year in April 2024, I did a research and I collected at least 16 individuals, and I just asked them why they weren't doing it.
You used to be like, Why?
Why?
Okay.
Why are you not doing it? And most of them just had a hope that later on there would be more training, because a lot of people that are coming into theater are people who have already done their degrees, who are doing a full-time job. They don't have time to do the diploma. They don't have time to go to Grenfell. So they wanted something that could allow them to get the skills, but still directly go into the workforce, which is what Twiga is made to do. It first of all started as a research, and then it led into me being like, I'm gonna do training. And so I started developing these trainings. And then I said, before I develop the trainings, I think we need a community. I think the most important thing is to have people that are supporting the arts, that are helping the arts come to life, that are willing to step out and take mentorship positions. So that's how the Twiga Collective started.
That's amazing to see that you came in with a different plan, being like, I'm here to do my comms degree, and then you're like, no, I want to do more. There's something bigger out there for me, and I'm going to go after it. And then from there you realize the gap that existed within the arts community where our stories weren't being told or we weren't represented in that. So as Twiga has launched and become this wonderful incubator of creativity, what have you seen come out of it?
Well, I know a lot of people really want to do stuff. I've had a lot of people reach out to me to ask for more Black representatives in their company, to see if we could assess how to do trainings. I've also had people reach out to partner up to train, people to partner up to do events. Like, it's been an overwhelming experience because I also do a job. So I'm like trying to do two at once, but it's been incredible, like the welcoming that we've gotten and we've received. Really awesome.
I'm really glad to say that you've had it be this welcoming experience and not had to face like this brick wall of the community not opening up to hear these stories and have these people be part of it. As a Black woman working in the creative industry, what has been your favorite aspect of it?
I think my individual just experience and like my individual story.
Okay.
Like, I think in the industry right now, we have awesome upcoming people. Like, we have an upcoming Black community or Black like art community that is coming up so quick. Like, it's absolutely incredible. Like, from the time I did the research to now, there's a big difference. Like, if I were to post what I posted a year ago now, I would receive over like hundreds and hundreds of people wanting to like apply to the research. I think that my individual experience as a Black woman is not seen enough as to date. Yeah. So it's very interesting to see people like engage with my art, like to see people like question my art, to see people like amazed that that's something that could happen.
See, I love the way you present it and that people are engaging in it, questioning it, and just kind of digging into further, not just accepting it at face value and saying, okay, that's it, that's what it's there. There's more of an involvement in the experience and not just a passive acceptance of the experience.
Yeah.
So as you watch the art industry grow and change and develop into all these things, what are your hopes and dreams for it?
Wow. Do we have the time?
We have some time. We might need to do a full follow-up episode on this, but what are your hopes?
I just hope that the doors begin to open more. Because St. John's is so small in the industry, it's so normal for someone to have 5 people that they know that can do all of their productions. Like, they have their sound designer, they have their costume designer, they know that they work great with these 3 actors. So a lot of the time, although it doesn't mean to be cliquey, but it comes across cliquey for the people that are just entering, because people will audition, they'll apply. Like, people will ask for mentorships. They'll apply, they'll audition for roles, but they won't be chosen because they're going against someone who's also worked with this person for 3 years. Like that's kind of like an unfair advantage. So I want a level playing field for everybody, people to start exploring more people, more creatives, more Black creatives. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that Black people in the arts are not trained. I think that is not true. I think if you give them the training, then they will train. But just like everything, like I feel like it needs to grow, and people need to be accepting, and they also need to they need to understand that there is Black theater. Like, I feel like there is Black theater. We've seen so many Black productions in the past year that couldn't have happened without people in the industry, but also these are individual ideas that have come to light because of this Black artist wanting to do something. So I feel like there's space for it. It's just the industry needs to accept that there's space for it. And they need to start making, or they need to start cleaning up that space to allow us to just land.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I got you for a few more minutes before you go off to do the multitude of things that you do in keeping a theater collective running and just being a normal person in society.
Yeah.
So it's February, it's Black History Month, and I've been asking all my guests what this month means to them existing as an individual in a predominantly white space, but that is diversifying. So what is it for you?
I think for me, I grew up in a place where there was a lot of Black people, and I didn't know I was a Black person until I came to a place where there was no, like almost, like a little bit of Black population, and then I realized that I am a Black person. So I think for me, it's about learning. It's about learning the struggle of people that were here before me, people who share my skin and people who share my experience, and just being open to learning about other things, but also to making new experiences.
So I really love the part how you ended off in the making new experiences, because I like the idea that history is not just the past, but it's an everyday thing that's created.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, for young Black folks who are watching, listening, trying to find their way, what would you like to tell them?
Where's my camera?
It's me. It's you. Yes.
Okay. I want to tell you, the young Black folk, that you can do this. I feel like no one should ever tell you that you can't, because a lot of people did tell me that I can't, and I'm here. I'm doing it. I think you should just wake up one day and do it. That's all you can do. You shouldn't wait for the funding. Don't wait for people to recognize you. Don't wait for people to tell you it's a good idea, because it is if you thought about it. If you think there's a gap, go for it. And I guarantee you there's people there who are willing to support you. Yeah.
And then for the rest of the community who aren't Black but are engaging with Black people in every day, what do you want them to know about us and our existence in a space that sometimes might not feel like we belong?
We're here. We're here. We're here, and we're willing to create. And I think it will serve you in the long run to engage with more art that isn't the regular art that you're used to. Like, it's a pop of color. It's literally a pop of color in your life. That's what I would tell them.
Okay, Lisah. So, we've been around for about a year now for Twiga Collective. What's your goal for the next year?
My goal for the next year is to finally publish the journal with all the research that I did, to engage people and just like show them what people were talking about and the points that came up, but to also officially launch Twiga. So we're officially launching in February, and we're just doing a little mixer. So everybody is welcome, everybody's invited. Tickets are going up soon, so please do buy the tickets and come out and support.
So we'll find you on socials, find all the details?
Yes.
All right, so now you know I'm going to hold you accountable. So next year I'm going to be waiting for my journal. I need something to read, so be prepped.
Yeah, of course.
All right, well, thank you for joining me, Lisah.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back, everyone. I want to thank all of you for tuning in yet again. I always enjoy getting to share time and space with you, and to my wonderful guests for joining me, Esther, for showing the beauty in balancing not just running a personal business, taking care of Black women's hair or everyone's hair, but showing how important it is to have representation in the AI field, and Lisah for talking about the importance of Black stories or diversity in the creative department. So if you're looking to find out more about what's going on with the Twiga Collective, make sure to check them out on social media. Make sure to book an appointment with Esther and get your hair done. And I'll see you all again next time. Bye.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
We want to hear from you. Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Call, email us, or scan the QR code to take our quick survey.
This is TGL presented by SoFi. 24 of the best players in the world, no, the universe, pitted against each other 3 versus 3. In a first-of-its-kind arena. More Tiger, more Rory, more everybody. 6 teams, Atlanta, Boston, LA, New York, the Bay, and Jupiter.
Not that Jupiter.
What else? We had a shot clock, mic'd up players, a ref, playoffs, 15 holes, overtime, timeouts. Did we mention the green moves? High tech, higher stakes, and you get to watch it all, baby. Keep up. It's golf.
My name is Chase Nicholas. I am a Mi'kmaq hockey player. Growing up, I always remember my family talking about the Mi'kmaq as the creators of the game of hockey. In grade 7, I did research on Mi'kmaq hockey sticks as the first sticks of the NHL. I found a Mi'kmaq hockey stick made in 1917, the same year the NHL was formed. I was surprised to find out the very stick I was holding was made by my great-great-grandfather, Alexander Cope. In 1934, an elder known as Old Joe Cope wrote a letter to the Halifax Herald claiming the Mi'kmaq created hockey. I found out later that I am a direct descendant of Old Joe Cope. There was a time when Mi'kmaq children were torn from their families and not allowed to speak their language, losing their words and stories. But the stories are coming back to us. Stepping on the ice, I take pride knowing the roots of the game of hockey stem from my ancestors in the Mi'kmaq Nation.
This is TGL presented by SoFi. 24 of the best players in the world, no, the